The live-action Lion King remake comes out, I guess it comes out this weekend, right? Of course, it's being referred to as live action, but it's not really live action because it's still a movie about talking lions. So they didn't train real lions to talk for the movie and to sing songs. It is a cartoon still. This is a cartoon remake of a cartoon. It's just a slightly more realistic looking cartoon because, of course, the original Lion King was great, but the one thing holding it back from being really, really great and from you really enjoying it is that the singing warthog didn't look enough like a real warthog, right? Isn't that when you were watching when you watched the original Lion King? Isn't that what you always think to yourself? Oh, this Pumbaa character. I mean, if only he looked more realistic, I think I'd really be able to enjoy this more. Now, I'm sure this movie, the new Lion King, is going to make 15 quadrillion dollars at the box office because these movies always do. But the reviews have been actually lukewarm, which is good, I think, but surprising. Good because these lifeless, charmless, pointless, redundant cash grabs should be recognized as such, but and condemned as such, in my view. But kind of surprising because usually critics don't recognize when something is a redundant, pointless, charmless, lifeless cash grab. That's why almost every Marvel superhero movie that comes out gets glowing reviews. They all get like 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, even though they're all exactly the same. Nothing new or interesting has been done with a superhero movie since The Dark Knight, back whatever it was 10 years ago. And for a decade, there's just been nothing interesting or new. It's just the same thing over and over and over again. Critics always love it. In this case, though, it seems like maybe some of them are finally, I mean, this is what they do for a living, right? They criticize movies. They critique movies, I should say, for a living. They should be able to recognize when something exists just to make money and for no other reason. Maybe finally they're waking up to it. Now, this Lion King remake is just the latest Disney remake of a Disney film that came out less than 3 decades previous. There's also been Beauty and the Beast, of course, and Aladdin and Little Mermaid, and they're coming out with Mulan. They're going to have a Mulan live-action remake. They did Cinderella already, I think. They did Alice in Wonderland. They did Dumbo. So some of those are older Disney movies originally. Now, I call these remakes, and that's what everyone calls them. They're not really remakes. They are reenactments. They are, with a few exceptions. I think Alice in Wonderland, Dumbo, they actually did something different with them. But with the rest of them, these are just reenactments. These are shot-for-shot reenactments, for the most part, mirror copies of the original films. Same characters, same lines, same songs, same everything. It just beat for beat. It's just the exact same thing. I mean, The Lion King even hired some of the original voice actors to play the same cartoon again, which makes you wonder, why even do that? Why not just take the original dialogue from the original movie and dub it into the new movie? The 90s versions are remakes in the sense that they took existing stories, existing ideas, and they kind of did their own thing with them. Oftentimes taking darker, more mature stories and making them into kind of funny, kid-friendly musicals, which is cool. Beauty and the Beast was originally written in the 18th century, I believe. It's the 18th century French fairy tale. The Beauty and the Beast from Disney in the 90s takes this old, dense, mature French tale and turns it into this beautifully animated, whimsical family movie. Now, that's what a remake is, because that takes imagination and wit and creativity, where you're taking the original thing. It's not a carbon copy. You're basing your version on this version. You're inspired by it, and then you do your own thing with sort of the elements of the story. These new Disney movies are not good cover songs. They are more like karaoke cover songs. It's exactly the same as the original, but just worse. Without the spontaneity, without the surprise, without the talent, without the depth, without anything. Just a dumbed down, blander version of what we already saw. And so I'm just saying we should stop dignifying this stuff with our money.